It's not a place where I'd take my grandchildren to say, isn't this a nice part of the city that you live in? You know, there are other nicer places. But it's, commerce had to start someplace. And in Regina, this is about where it started.
Tell us what used to be right here.
That was the infamous Broadway Theater. And I call it the infamous, nothing infamous about the theater, but the characters that owned it and ran it, the Berkovich family, wonderful people. As kids, I remember that Saturday afternoon to watch a movie, we would come to the Broadway Theater, and they ran double features usually. Of course, that would be what, 50, 60 minutes per feature. And so it would be a great place for the parents to get rid of their kids for 10 cents for an afternoon, but we extended that to where we just like to kind of cower down and not and pretend we just got there. But Mr. Berkovich was a pretty smart guy, got a megaphone, he'd appear where the screen is, and he'd say, "Boys and girls, you've all seen this movie. We'd ask you to leave because these kids are out in the rain." And you know, he'd tell us different stories, whatever, because we went here quite frequently. You get outside and there's not a cloud in the sky. Later in life, I learned that ladies of the night could be seen walking this block. And the part that amazed me was that a guy, the boss, the major pimp, I guess it is, lived in Edmonton, and he controlled the walk here. And if there were some girls seen in this area that weren't of his gang, retribution had to be paid somehow, and there was some violence attached to that sort of thing. I never did see the results of it, but that's what they told me at the police station. So, yeah, that's a rough game.
So when you look behind you and see this parking lot, and look in front of you and see the other parking lot there, and think about how that was where you spent a lot of your childhood, and now it's just a bunch of asphalt, how do you feel?
Well, depressed. But I realize that times change, and change requires time. And so when you combine the two of them, you're going to see a whole lot of both, and there's not much you can do about it.